This is it. This is the only compare you need. There are lots of other ones out there, but this is the only one that's going to compare AirTag, a bunch of different tiles, and the Chipolo one spot. Welcome everyone to AppleInsider. It is Andrew here. You can find me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And for a while, I've had a problem with activity trackers. I have tried out pretty much every major company under the sun. I mean, look at this. This is just like a few of the trackers that I've had lying around. Like, there's literally just a few of them. And I have many more from Samsung and Mint, everything. But in this video, I'm specifically going to be talking to you guys about 3 companies. We're going to be looking at Apple's AirTag. We're going to be looking at a few different tile trackers. And then we're going to be looking at Chipolo. Yeah, those 3 companies. We're going to compare basically the flagship tiles from all 3 of them and kind of see how they stack up. Maybe give you guys some insight on which may be best for you. And basically just try to figure out which tracker is best for you. Do you want to go with Chipolo? Do you want to go with tile? Or do you want to go with AirTag? Real quick, before we even get into the compare, why is Chipolo in this? Why is Chipolo? Chipolo, why are you here? There's a good reason for that. Apple recently opened up its Find My program, which allows third-party companies to integrate the Find My app into their devices. We saw Van Moof do it with their bikes. We saw Belkin do it with their Soundform, true wireless earbuds, and Chipolo was the first company to come out with a Bluetooth tracker that includes Find My support. So it works exclusively with the Find My app. It's called the Chipolo One Spot. And it does most of the things that AirTags do. So since they are the first one from a third-party company to integrate with the Find My app, I thought it was only apt to include them in this comparison alongside the biggest player in the space, which would be Tile, and the new entrant, Apple. What we're going to be comparing in this comparison is the AirTag itself, the Chipolo One Spot that is soon to be released, and the Tile Pros. There's a big asterisk next to Tile because they do have a huge line of different trackers. We'll touch on them in a little bit, but really the core of this comparison is going to be around the Pro. But they also have, you know, the I think like the Tag. Got here my Apple TV remote. There's like the Slim. We'll get to it. So let's go back. So AirTag, the Tile Pro, and the Chipolo One Spot. All 3 of these guys have replaceable batteries in them, just coin cell batteries. Chipolo and Tile Pro both say they will last a year. Apple is saying more than a year. They're not saying how much more, but more than a year on that one swappable battery. Tile has the community find feature, so anyone who's using the Tile app is able to send back your location of your missing device without them knowing, very similar to Apple's owned Find My Lost mode, essentially, where anyone with an iPhone goes by. Now, if we're being technical, the iPhone Find My app has an advantage here because there are more people with the iPhone than there are people with the Tile app. So if you're looking for purely amount of coverage of finding those lost devices, the Find My app is going to be best. So both the AirTag and the Chipolo One Spot are going to have an edge over Tile simply because the community of users, the install base, is larger. As I mentioned, there is a lost mode for AirTag and Chipolo. You can put them into that lost mode and allow other people to find them and send that location back to you. Looking at AirTag specifically, you can go ahead and tap on that with any Android or iOS device, and using NFC, it'll present some information to you depending on what information you put on it when you put into lost mode. For instance, you could put like your contact information, anything like that, a message, and then when anyone taps it with their device, that message would be displayed. So that's how the lost mode works for the AirTag. Chipolo One Spot, it is similar, but there's not the NFC capability. So you just tap on it or you can't tap on it actually, but you can automatically send that location back to the owner when it is found. So it still has lost mode support even if it doesn't have NFC. For Tile, it has its own version of a lost mode that does what we just talked about and has anyone with the Tile app automatically send that location back to you. In terms of third parties, that's not Apple and not the Find My app, Tile is by far the largest community of third-party trackers, so you will have the best luck of any other. I mean, if even looking at the basic, Chipolo or this company Mint, any other company that's got them out there, Tile is definitely going to be the biggest community of people with an install base. All three of these guys have some level of water resistance. AirTag is sporting IP67, which means 1 meter for 30 minutes. Tile Pro, they are saying it can go 1.5 meters for up to an hour. And Chipolo One Spot is saying IPX5, which is going to be basically can get sprayed by water, rain, everything like that, but should not be submerged. So all have a degree of water resistance. Tile's coming out on top with the most resistance to water and dust. All three of these guys use Bluetooth to be tracked down, though Apple does have the advantage of the U1 chip inside of the AirTag. But I will say that Tile is prepping a new tracker coming out soon that will have its own ultra wideband chip on the inside that will allow a similar feature and an AR mode. So Tile may be behind now when it comes to ultra wideband tracking, but they seem to be launching their own feature and new trackers very soon. So right now they're behind, but soon they're going to be catching up and may even surpass Apple if they do get that AR mode, because right now Apple does not offer an AR mode, just that precise tracking, precise finding feature in the Find My app. In terms of range, Tile is boasting a very good range of 400 feet. Both Chipolo and Apple have been silent on the range of their devices, so we don't know what the range is on the One Spot or on the AirTag. We will be testing those types of things when we get our hands on them. Maybe more information will be forthcoming, but right now, Chipolo and Apple have not set the range of their devices. When we look at finding these devices, there's lost mode that we talked about, the precise tracking feature for AirTags that we talked about. But other things you can do is, of course, on the Find My side for Chipolo and Apple, you can use the Find My app or Siri. So just ask Siri, you know, where's my keys? Where's my wallet? Where's my hat? Whatever it is that you stuck your Chipolo or your AirTag on, and it'll help you find it. It can make the noise and do all of that. As far as Tile goes, you can do it from the app itself, just like you can do the Find My app, but you can also ask Siri. There is a Siri shortcut built in, so you can just ask Siri and it'll do the same thing, just cause your Tile to ring. Speaking of ringing, Tile Pro, 128 decibels of volume on its chirping when they're trying to find them, and the Chipolo One Spot, I believe we're looking at 120 decibels, so very similar, slightly quieter. And Apple, they have not said anything, so we'll have to test it, but Apple has not said how loud the AirTag is. Both the Chipolo One Spot and the Tile Pro have built-in key loops, key rings, so you can just go ahead and connect like this guy right onto your keychain and use it that way. And then there are different accessories available. There's not many available for Chipolo. There is a pretty large array of ones available for the Tile. And of course, AirTag will have a ton. There are already a bunch that we've talked about, but a ton of accessories will be available for AirTags to help you personalize them. You can also personalize them on order when you pick up your AirTag. You can put some emoji, you can put some letters, text, stuff like that right on the AirTag itself. Tile doesn't have that customization, but they do have a huge variety of colors to choose from. And speaking of colors and styles and stuff like that, Tile is going all out. Tile has done a ton of stuff. So they've worked with different partners to build it into products. They've done things like, Nomad here. This is their Nomad's passport wallet, and there's a Tile built into it. Pretty cool. Nomad also has an actual wallet that has a Tile tracker built into it. They have the mini ones. This is like the Mate or the Tag, something. No, it's not the Mate. This is the Mate. This is, I think, like the Tag or something like that. And it's just sticky. So stick it on whatever you want, your bike, in this case, my Apple TV remote. Just plop it on the back and you can find it that way. It's the smallest one that Tile offers. Then there's like the Mate that we talked about, a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger than the Mate, a little smaller than the Pros, has a replaceable battery, it's all plastic. The Pros come in a few different styles and they are metal, they look really nice. So Tile offers this huge array. If you want to see, this is the Slim and this is the older Slim. They have a new version of Slim that's more like a credit card that makes more sense for wallets. So Tile has just a huge array of different colors, sizes, models that are very specific to different scenarios. So these really help when you're trying to find something that works in a specific situation. AirTag and the Chipolo One Spot, they come in one form factor and that is it. If it does not fit what you're trying to do and there's no mount or accessory to do what you're trying to do, you're just going to be out of luck. So Tile definitely has an edge with its huge array. I mean, they've been in the market for years, so there's a reason they have so many different models out that are tuned to very specific use cases. Tile also has a few different premium services that are pretty cool. So Tile Premium, which is $2.99 a month or $29.99 for a year, has a bunch of additional features. There are smart alerts. Find My does not have this for the Chipolo or AirTag, but smart alerts alert you if you leave without your device. So maybe you walk out of your house without your keys, it'll go ahead and set an alert off, and you can also like geofence these so when you're at home, they don't go off, but when you're outside your house. So if you left your wallet on the table at the bar and you leave, it'll alert you because you're outside your house and you're no longer in connection with your wallet. So those are smart alerts, part of that Tile Premium feature. There's also location history, unlimited sharing with multiple people. There are free battery replacements. They will automatically send you a battery when your battery is getting low on your Tile. And then there's also Premium Protect, which is a little bit more, but it has item reimbursement up to $1,000. So if something is stolen or lost and you are not able to reclaim that device, Tile will reimburse you up to $1,000 if they're not able to help. So it's almost like an insurance option that you can get with these Tile devices. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, if you're looking for that, ultra peace of mind, they're promising to help you find your device, and if you can't find it, they're offering to give you money to replace that device. So another monthly fee, but it does give you even more peace of mind as you're trying to track stuff. So if it's something expensive, like a camera, like that may be worth it opting for that premium feature from Tile. AirTag also offers robust security and privacy features, even alerting you if an AirTag was put into a bag and has been following you around. It also works for the Chipolo One Spot. As far as pricing goes, AirTag starts at $29.99 for a single one, or you can get a 4-pack of these guys for $100. Chipolo One Spot, they have not announced their pricing yet, but looking at the other Chipolo tags that are similar, like this Ocean Edition that I've been showing off, those are $24.99 a piece, or you can get 4 of them for $75. And Tile, depending on what you're looking at, there's a variety of different price ranges here that you can go through. I think it's like $24.99 for like the Mate that we showed off. Tile Pros look to be priced at about $35, so slightly higher than AirTags. They are metal, so they still do feel like a premium product, but they're slightly higher than the AirTags are in terms of price. But there is a wide range between what you're looking for. So that's it. Those are kind of the big differences between these guys. It's really hard to say which one is best. Obviously, I'm a little partial to AirTags because they are the newest one on the market. I like the personalization options, and the third-party accessory market that is coming to support them adds a little bit more value to me. But Tile is really hard to replace as, that #1 Bluetooth tracking company. And what they're coming out with next, an ultra-wideband version that includes an AR mode, that is really tempting, and I think it's going to draw a lot of people's eyes away from AirTags if Apple doesn't get its game together and come out with an AR version of its own. So let me know what you guys think. You can go ahead and grab any of these guys, the Chipolo when it's available, any of the Tiles that we talked about, and AirTags, which are now available. All that is linked down below in the description. And let me know which ones you prefer over on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. By the way, some bonus content for you guys. I was posting on Twitter and a lot of you guys responded. This is not a joke, people. I could not find my Tiles for this video. I have a slew of them. I've done videos on them, and I bought a bunch of them. And when it came time to make this video, like the reason this video is not out before right now is because I couldn't find my Tiles. I legit couldn't find them, which seems ridiculous. And the only reason that I found the ones I found for this video is because this guy here, it actually got an ADT logo on it. Yeah, it was in my CES bin. So I got this as a free thing from CES, I guess, and I never activated it. So I got that thing in there, and then I had a Tile Slim. This guy, the older generation Tile Slim, it was in my Nomad wallet, my passport. So actually, I knew where my passport was, so I was able to dig this out from the inside of there. But how sad is that, guys? I couldn't find my Tiles. I do have a pile of them, and I hadn't used them in a while, and we moved like a year ago, and I still have boxes of tech stuff that I have to go through. So just ranting for a second. There's your bonus content for the day. I didn't want to put it at the beginning of the video and get attacked in the comments for wasting y'all's time. So if you hung out and watched this, thank you. Thank you for that. And don't make fun of me. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next vid.